What's the next one? $5 from Joe Cole again. There's a massive difference between friends and associates. Sergio betas need to be around strong men and not women. No, trust me, bro. I'm telling you, there's a reason why Michael Sartain has 500 people that signed up for his $5,000 program to learn about that shit. There's a reason why pre-selection is taking over right now. Watch over. I'm calling it right now. Watch over the next 5 to 10 years. There's nobody. If you go and look at fucking Fresh and Fit's courses and shit, nobody's signing up for some of their shit that's been popping up, like what Myron's new thing and stuff. Barely anybody signing up for it, but there's tons of people spending $5,000 on fucking Michael Sartain's course. I'm telling y'all, pre-selection is about to be the big. We think PUA is so big. Michael just did a 3-hour stream a couple of days ago doing nothing but arguing against PUA guys, and he bodied every one of them. Bodied every one of them. I'm telling y'all, if you read the right books, there's no way you could ever disagree with pre-selection ever again. And it's really not hard to separate being a man and being around women. It's not hard. Now, if you think Michael is like feminine or something, I don't get that vibe from him at all. I really don't get a fucking like feminine dude vibe, even though he has tons of female friends. And most of the guys that I know doing the same shit that here in Dallas and stuff, they are very masculine dudes. You can actually look at studies that prove that if you're around women more, you have higher test levels. Higher. It actually makes you have higher levels.
Here's what I'll say about if you're going to be friends with women. If you have to censor what you have to say around these women, don't hang out with them.
Yeah, you should never do that. Never do that. Never. The woman, like if there's one part of the frame that they're walking into being your friend, it's the fact that you could say whatever the fuck you want and you're always leading whatever the fuck's going on for sure.
Yeah, you don't have that problem anymore. You just remain masculine.
Yeah, you have to stay in your frame. I mean, that's like everything, guys. Glenn, what's up, bro? You want to call in?
Yo, man, I'm listening. I agree with some of your guys' points. I see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I think you might have came in a little late, so you didn't get to hear like the bulk of everything I was saying.
Oh, I played it back. I went back and started listening from the beginning, what you were talking about. But if you want to give me a little quick recap.
I would take so long because of my long.
I heard I know like the Fresh and Fit thing. I got that, the way like the shows ran and like the image that it portrays, or it just doesn't. There's not a lot of, at least the evening shows. You don't think there's not a lot of value there,
Basically what I got to at the end is that I really like what happened with Xena. When Xena cried on the fucking show and said that shit fucking really affected her and shit, that is what I want to see more from his show. I have almost every one of my episodes, there's a girl that says something, especially if it's a girl that's came back, it's her second or third time coming back. She's usually like, I really like what you're doing. I really hope that women start waking up to this type of stuff. Like, this is a big deal. Like, I really appreciate everything. And whenever that happens, I'm very proud of that. Like, that's something that literally inspires me to run my fucking show and do everything that I do. And when Xena did that, it showed that Myron does the same thing to those girls over there. He just doesn't try to. That's not his goal. And I'm just saying he should make it his goal to try to help the women. Just all I'm doing is I ask those girls to come back that like the shit and come learn more. That's all I do. And that's all he has. He already has girls that make return guests. He should just push that more. If you're the type of girl where you liked what you heard tonight, please come back again. Please come learn more. Come to a pod class instead of just instead of fucking Jerry Springer, like
it could be.
Well, do you think see, you're serving a different purpose than he is?
Though. Yeah,
his purpose.
We all have the same purpose. It's just
I don't think we do. I think we have different purposes. We're trying to get to the same goal, but we're taking different maps. You know what I'm saying?
But he's better than me at it. He made her cry. Like, he's amazing at it. Like, he's amazing at turning women.
But what I'm saying is, like, his purpose, I think, is to reveal the behaviors of this, for guys to watch out. Like, he's asking these questions, and these girls are exposing themselves and their behaviors, and their viewers are now able to be aware of what they say when they mean these things, what they say, how they behave, how they move, what they really think, because they're being uncanned. They don't feel the judgment of people there, right? Yeah. So they're able to just let it go. And normally you wouldn't get that kind of conversation from a girl that you're trying to date, So now you're understanding. Guys are able to understand the way that girls move differently than with the way the girls present themselves. Mm-hmm. So being able to understand that's why I'm saying he's serving a different purpose.
He's proving a different point.
Exactly. He's trying to show, look, this is the innate nature. This is the good, the bad, the ugly, however you want to call it. This is what they're capable of. Okay. So understand that, gentlemen. Now, if you choose to move a certain way with them forward, then just proceed with caution. Just be acutely aware of how things are going. He's not trying to fix anybody. He's not trying to heal anybody. He's not trying to be their savior. He's just trying to remove. He's trying to pull the curtain back. All right. Like, you know, who's the great voice of the Wizard of Oz? Well, we're going to find out. Let me show you. That's what he's trying to do. You know, so his purpose or their purpose for that show is completely different than yours. Now, I get you. Like, I think that it just that to me, the evening show, this is just my personal opinion. I don't get anything out of it. Okay. And that's because maybe it's because I'm already, you know, red pill aware. You know, like I know what they're talking about. I understand what they're saying. Like, I agree with a lot of the what they're exposing. I get it. You know, at the same time, you know, to me, it's just I don't need to hear how ratchet people are, because I know those girls don't represent all the girls in the world. Those girls don't represent every woman across the United States, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have one, and I got a baddie. So you know, like, you got a girl. So like, if that was the case, we wouldn't be in relationships.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I was telling him earlier. The only reason I really like watching the after hours now, it really makes me appreciate the girl I have. I'm like, thank God, I don't have to be out there. Like, holy shit, I better be nicer to my girl.
Right.
No, I tell my girl, like, hey, you see these girls? You can't have these friends. These ain't your friends.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Lord Punisher, bro. No, I totally, like, you're so right, man. Like, go ahead and click that up on the screen. That's a very good point. Fresh and Fit is about filtering out the wrong women. My show is about finding the right women. That is my point. I'm trying to prove that there are good women, and I'm gonna show them to y'all. I'm gonna say, look,
there's no bad women.
You sure?
Well, there's lost women.
Yeah,
There's like,
no.
well, there's lost women, and I'm trying to show them the light. And I truly believe sometimes the light is religious based. Sometimes it's based off of the truth, which could be red pill truth. Like, I don't know, but everybody sees the light in a different way, and I'm trying to show them that light.
I think the woman that, for example, my ex-wife, I think she's the devil. I think she's evil, right? I think she's the worst thing since sliced. Like, can't stand her. She needs to be destroyed. Okay, that's how I think. Because I think she was the most unruly, unsubmissive, disrespectful woman in the world. But you know what? She married somebody, and she's submissive to them. They're in a relationship. So the worst woman in the way you see the bad girls, they will be the good girl for somebody else. You just got to be the guy to pull that out of them.
How do we know? Because we can't tell from publicly looking at a couple. You know, like, people put like these facades and people put like these fake facades like on social media, like they're all happy and everything, and then like behind closed doors they're at each other's throats, and all of a sudden, how long has your ex been with this guy now for?
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep track of that shit.
Well,
I mean, okay, let's say like
years?
we'll say four years or so. I don't know. But here's what I'm going to get at, though. But here's what I'm going to get at. The girl, what one girl won't do for you, she will do for another guy, because that other guy can hit that draws that out of her. So if you just happen to be the guy that pulls that out of her, then you're good. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what you consider a bad girl, or a girl that's, you know, that's not respectful, who is mouthy, who's argumentative, that same girl could be also the most submissive, you know, complimentary, most, you know, pleasant person, you know, to some other guy.
Do you think that could possibly be because as women get older, they're running out of options? They may have to adjust their behavior to not lose the current man that they're with and not make the mistakes of the past.
I think that can play a role, but I think when people look at the wall, they don't look at the wall. I think gets like the most worst rap ever.
Oh, trust me. I said that before you came on here. Yeah. I don't believe at all that if you turn 30, it's over. I don't believe that at all.
No, I don't think it's over. I think what it's supposed to mean is, in my opinion, is that the guys that you used to be able to attract from when you're in early 20s, right, are not going to be the same. You're not going to get the same quality of guys or as many guys as you did when you were younger, you know? Sure. So that's the wall. That's the wall. That's the real wall. It's like you're competing with yourself. It's not that you're out of the game. I know a 50-year-old right now that blows a lot of 20-year-olds out of the water. You know what I'm saying? And My girl is in her mid-30s. She blows a lot of girls out of the water. So it's like the wall is, it's just that you are not able to, you're competing with your younger self. That's the wall. The caliber of guys you used to get in your younger years, you're not going to get as many of those guys in your older years. That's pretty much the best way to say it.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.